We'll read from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 10, text 9. That's the right number, isn't it? Madchitta Madgata Prana. I believe. As the majority of the attendees here are Tamil speaking, we'll have it read in Tamil. Well, I guess you don't need to bother saying that in Tamil. And for everyone else, well, you can learn Tamil, I guess. So, those of you who know this verse can chant it along with me. It's a well-known verse. Madchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantas Parasparam Katayantas Chamang Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. Well, I can read. Yeah, read the translation in Tamil, then I'll read at least the translation in English.
I can't announce in Hindi. Should be announced in Hindi.
क्या बोलना है? Translation हिंदी में, अंदर में होगा. कौन तमिल से हिंदी अनुवाद करेंगे? Oh, English. Yeah. But this, yeah. हिंदी अनुवाद होगा उस कमरे के अंदर, उधर. और शायद Telugu अनुवाद भी हो सकते हैं. But this part will be into. You're going to have a Telugu translation, Akra, Tamil, Anuvadam. That's all. So, English of this verse, the thoughts is Krishna speaking. We've all come here because of Krishna. So, Krishna says, the thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Madchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantah Parasparam Katayantas Chamang Nityang Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. This is the purpose of this anusthanam, this function, that we all come together to hear and chant about Krishna. Parasparanu Katanam, it's also stated by Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, that the devotees, they converse with each other about, they mutually share their realizations about Krishna. This is the desirable stage in which Madchitta Madgata Prana, that one's consciousness is absorbed in Krishna. Madchitta, that the consciousness of a devotee is Krishna or is in Krishna, is absorbed in Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Anya Hridayman Moraman Vrindavan, that other people, their heart is their mind, but my mind is Vrindavan. So Krishna never goes outside Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityaja napadam ekam gacchati. Krishna never takes even one step outside Vrindavan. So, the devotee desires to capture Krishna within his heart. We all have heard of Duryodhana, who wanted to capture Krishna. That when Krishna came as an intermediary for like an ambassador on behalf of the Pandavas before the Kurukshetra war, Duryodhana thought, well, Krishna is the life of the Pandavas, so if we capture him, then the Pandavas won't have any life. So then Krishna expanded himself into so many forms. So wherever Duryodhana he looked, he only saw Krishna and said, so, you want to capture me? Duryodhana cannot capture Krishna. But the devotees, they capture Krishna. Sadhavo hridayo mahyang sadhunang hridayang tvaham madanyatena jananti nahang tebhyo managapi. Krishna says that the sadhus are my heart and I am the heart of the sadhus, because they know nothing but me and I know nothing but them. Here sadhu means devotee, not just someone with an orange cloth and a beard. So someone whose heart is full of Krishna. And madgata prana literally means their pran, their very life, their life air has gone to Krishna. Krishna is describing the pure devotees. Now in his purport, Srila Prabhupada, who is certainly a pure devotee of Krishna, speaks about those who are desirous to become pure devotees. We have all come here, we hope, with the intention to nourish our bhakti, to increase our feelings for Krishna. This looks like a communist march going past. It's a perverted form of Naga Sankirtan. They're going in the street holding flags, chanting slogans. And soon afterward we will also go in the street, maybe holding flags, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's followers. Were there elections here just now in Kerala also? So maybe the communists won. You know, they lost. You know, one set of demons or another set of demons, it doesn't make that much difference. So to nourish our bhakti, so that we come to the point of being madchita, madgata prana, that our life is completely absorbed in Krishna. That is the purpose of coming here. Srila Prabhupada in the purport spells out or quotes the whole Hare Krishna Mahamantra, as he does many times in this Bhagavad Gita as it is, which is the best way to absorb ourselves in Krishna. So we see that many devotees here have that practice to go on chanting Hare Krishna. So that is a great fortune if one has a taste for chanting the holy names of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described how he developed a taste for chanting the names of Krishna. Of course, he is Krishna, but for some time he went through a period of appearing to be a proud scholar. And later, much later, after he had accepted sannyas, he came into an assembly of proud scholars, headed by Prakashananda Saraswati in Benares, they had heard of this Chaitanya before he had come there, and they thought that he must be some kind of magician or hypnotist. Mayajal, that's exactly the same word that they used. It's given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahamayajali, he's a great hypnotist. That he is this, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was known as a great scholar, and under the influence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became pagal, he became crazy, according to Prakashananda. So that news, it seems, had it spread far and wide, because the Mayavadis in Varanasi, they had heard that this Sarvabhauma, who was a great hero of our school, has become a madman. So the Mayavadi sannyasis at Benares, they were disturbed by the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there, and the effect that he was having on the people. So they just said, he's a madman, that's all. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to them how he had become a madman. It was a great shock to the learned community at Navadvip when Nimai Pandit turned into a madman, intoxicated by chanting the names of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to them that he had met his guru Ishvara Puri at Gaya, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to perform religious rituals for his deceased father. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had formally met and hosted Ishvara Puri in Navadvip. But in Gaya, he took initiation, took mantra diksha from Ishvara Puri, and by chanting the mantra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt himself that he was becoming completely agitated in his mind. So he came back to Ishwarapuri and said, "What's going on? I thought the mantra is supposed to make you peaceful, but I just became crazy. Kiba mantra dilo goshai, kiba tarbal, japite mantra korilam pagal." Said, what kind of mantra was that you gave me? What power has it got? By chanting this mantra, I've become mad. It's made me mad. And Ishwarapuri said, "Very good. That's what's supposed to happen. You're very fortunate." So Srila Prabhupada comments in one of the purports in this series, that a spiritual master is not really satisfied if the disciple just brings some money. But when he sees that the disciple is actually making advancement in devotional service, is making spiritual advancement, then he becomes very pleased. So this mantra, Kiba mantra de Logosha, Kiba ta bol. What is its power? What is the power of this mantra? That we're seeing even today. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was ordered by his guru to take this mantra, to take the Harinam and distribute it everywhere. Nacho gao bhakta sange karo sankirtan, Harinama upadeshi tara sarvajan. Ishwarapuri ordered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to dance and sing and perform the Harinama Sankirtan, and in this way, by instructing others in the Harinam, to deliver all the people of the world. See, they're natural devotees, they just need a little proper direction. They like to go out and make a loud noise and bang on drums. They just need to get the right mantra. They just got the wrong mantra. So that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, to give people the right mantra. So it is a very powerful process, there's no doubt. For purification, it is a group endeavor. Sankirtan means we're all together, joined together to praise Krishna. Srila Prabhupada explained the Mahamantra as a prayer for service. Various acharyas have explained the meaning of the Mahamantra in varying ways. And Srila Prabhupada, he gave the essence of all explanations by explaining that the Mahamantra is a prayer for service. O Krishna, O energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service. So this meaning of the Mahamantra subsumes all other meanings. This is a perfect description of the Mahamantra, whether chanted by a completely neophyte devotee or by the most advanced devotee. Among the unlimited glories of the holy name, one of them is that it is the perfect, there are unlimited glories of the holy name. One of them is that it is the perfect sadhana or the perfect activity for topmost liberated Paramahamsas. And another is that it's the ideal sadhana for complete beginners and neophytes. So Srila Prabhupada mentions this in the purport, that in the preliminary stage of devotional service, devotees relish the transcendental pleasure from the service itself. In here it's the beginning of the second paragraph. But in the mature stage they are actually situated in love of God. But the activity is, the basic activities are the same. Krishna has made himself so easily available by the chanting of his name. Sarva swartho bilabhyate. Everything is available. Krishna makes himself fully accessible in this Kali Yuga by the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. Gunagya. Kaling sabhajantyarya gunagya sarabhagena yatra sankirtananaineva sarva swartho bhilabhyate. Persons who are expert in discerning the actual qualities, they glorify Kali Yuga. Or they worship Kali Yuga actually. Kaling sabhajantyarya gunagya. Those very elevated persons who know the actual qualities and can understand the essence of everything. Or the words are Arya Gunagya Sarabhagina. So it's more easily understood in the original. So Yatra Sankirtananenaiva, but in which by the chanting of Krishna's name, Sarva Swartho Bhalabhyate, or everything is available. So from the neophytes who are struggling with lust, kam, krodh, lobh, moha, mada, matsarya, all the bad qualities, up to the pure devotees like Raghunath Das Goswami, who is completely free from any trace of mundane lust or greed or bad qualities. This is a prayer for service. So we know from the writings of Raghunath Das Goswami, he is praying to enter the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and to serve Radha very intimately in her service to Krishna. And on this plane, in other words, in this world as we are serving now, devotional service takes many forms. It may take the form of dealing in legal matters, business matters such as making deals for printing books, washing pots. So you may think, well, I want to serve Radha, what have I got to do with washing pots? But a devotee should know that service on this plane to Krishna is fully transcendental, although executed within this world. We might think that things like dealing in legal matters are mundane, and they are mundane usually, but if we're dealing in legal matters for the sake of serving Krishna, that is Krishna consciousness. We might think, well, I'll just think of Krishna's Leela, or I'll just chant Krishna's name only, or I'll just worship the deity. These are spiritual activities. But for the service of Krishna, one may perform all kinds of activities, and they're no less spiritual. For instance, if someone is trying by legal means to close the temple, then it would be not proper service to Krishna to neglect the legal matters and think, I'll just be very spiritual and do the arati. To simply chant Hare Krishna and neglect all the services that are required for spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world is not proper chanting of Hare Krishna. So to chant Hare Krishna means to pray to Krishna for service. So if we think, I only like this kind of service and I don't like other kinds of service, that's not the full mood of a servant. Krishna bhajane jaha hoy anukul bishoy bolya tyaje taha hoy bhul. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that which is required or needed for Krishna's service if we think that's material and we don't do it, that's a mistake. So in Krishna's service there are many facets, many aspects. We shouldn't think that they are material. We should see that how Krishna has to be served in this world. We should see that Krishna, he wants his holy name spread throughout the world. So along with chanting the holy name, we may have to do so many activities. But we should see the connection to Krishna because we're doing this for the service of Krishna. Therefore, it is Krishna's service. But nevertheless, the essence is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, all these activities. Hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna, remembering Krishna, serving Krishna in these various ways. So these yatras or Shravanam, Kirtanam camps, they are to immerse us in hearing and chanting about Krishna. Because sometimes we may go too far the other way even, and become so much absorbed in the activities which are meant to facilitate the chanting of Hare Krishna that we neglect to chant Hare Krishna. So these camps that we regularly organize, they are meant to bring us all together so that we can chant Hare Krishna and hear about Krishna. And taking advantage of bringing so many devotees together, we also go out wherever we are to bring the chanting of Hare Krishna to the people. And it certainly is impressive when we have a Harinam Sankirtan with several hundred devotees, as we're going to have today and tomorrow and for the next 4 days in a row. Isn't it? 4 days in a row, yeah. So by doing so, we want to let people know about this Harinam Sankirtan movement and let them see and experience how people can be blissful by chanting the holy names of Krishna. So, we should do that now. We can go out. What's this? Questions? No, I think we're not doing questions. Okay. As many devotees are asking me, I will now announce about this funny looking thing here on my wrist. It's a cracked scaphoid. I learned scaphoid is one kind of bone. I just learned that word myself. It's a cracked bone. It's almost completely healed. Nothing to worry about. Please don't ask me about it. How did it happen? Purusha sukha dukhanam bhuktritve hetu ruchyate. We all get the results of our previous actions. So that's it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.